Hi, my name is Julie Pease, class of 2013. I attended PCA from 1999 to 2013, and now I am working as the coordinator of healthcare initiatives for a nonprofit in Quito, Ecuador. This ministry is so important to me, and I am so thankful for the opportunity to pursue this in Ecuador because from the time that I was a little girl, I think PCA really instilled in me this knowledge of God's love and God's desire for each of us to find restoration in every aspect of our lives. And so having been so blessed by my community at PCA, my community at my church, and my family, I am so thankful to have the opportunity to give back to others and to help others find the restoration that God is seeking for each of us. So after graduating from PCA, I went to Texas, where I studied nursing at the University of Mary Hardin Baylor. I found out about this role through an organization called GoCourt, which is a ministry that helps 20-somethings use their degree for 2 years overseas as a tithe of their career. And so even though I knew that God was opening the door for me to serve longer than 2 years, I was still so thankful for GoCourt, who works with about a dozen different sending organizations to find placements all over the world. And that opened up the door for this placement in Ecuador, where I was able to utilize my skill set as a nurse, but also use that to a door for holistic integrated health. I think one of the things I enjoy the most about Ecuador is the relational culture. It is an aspect of God's heart for people that we are interconnected and interdependent. And that's something that Ecuadorian culture does really well. And so it's been great to see a different side of God's heart through his people in Ecuador. I have so many teachers and so many memories from my time at PCA. I would just generally love to shout out the teachers for making me into the person that I am today. Your love for your students, your heart for each person that comes into your classroom is seen and it is known. Specifically, I want to thank Mr. Beal for making me into a confident and articulate public speaker. That has been a huge asset in college and in my work. And particularly Kathy Watson was the teacher who took me on my first short-term mission. And I knew that God was opening the door to missions, but that was a really confirming trip for me. And her heart with the missions club, and now she is also working in Papua New Guinea. And so she is such an inspiration for me, and her time as my teacher was incredibly impactful. PCA prepared me in so many different ways, and I felt incredibly prepared academically as I went to college in Texas, but I think the most important way that PCA prepared me was showing me God's heart for me and showing me God's heart for the nations. That every teacher and staff member that I encountered in my many years at PCA just so demonstrated God's love for each of us, and that really set the foundation for what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. A la gente de Ecuador, te quiero, te amo, estoy muy agradecida ser parte de sus vidas.